Hey, oozes and bunnies. This is a preview of the most recent Party Planning, an extra podcast that the Join the Party crew makes for our Patreon. If you want to listen to the whole thing, go to patreon.com/jointhepartypod. Check out this preview.
Hello, gentlemen.
One singular sensation. Every little step we make. One. That's where this is from, Brandon. I did a chorus line in high school.
Can you put that back on? Because it weirdly looks like...
It weirdly fits.
I don't know why, but like it looks like it's either CGI'd in or it's like a sticker you could put on a webcam or something.
Yes. No, it looks exactly like an iMessage effect or like a Snapchat filter.
Yeah, 100%.
It's like textured. It's not sparkly, but the effect is sparkly, and so it looks very outside of our reality.
Yes,
it's weird.
The AI should be aping my 15-year-old prop from a high school musical.
And I will say, folks, I'm here in the room. It doesn't smell, despite the fact that you probably were sweating a lot during that production.
This might have been one of the ones, they might have had spares. I don't know. For those of you who can't see, I'm now wearing a gold top hat that I got from the musical chorus line that I was in senior year.
Sounds
and
like
for
a lie.
those of you
Isn't.
And for those of you who also cannot see, I'm wearing... Oh boy, I'm wearing New Year's Eve glasses from 1999.
Wow.
That's crazy because I'm wearing 2004 New Year's Eve glasses.
Whoa!
Because I was really stoked about the zeros in the middle, so I held on to those. I wear
it
them
was
every
weird.
year.
For the 1999 ones, they had to like really make it work to like
where are
fit
the
where your
eye
eyes
holes,
go.
Brandon? Are they in the middle nines, or is it like off to the left?
No, it's in the 1 and the 90 and the last 9.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense because the 9s are like in your nose if they did it the way I was describing.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Amanda, what are you wearing? What kind of accoutrement are you wearing on your head?
No, I have full face of makeup. My hair is a regular length. And I am certainly not wearing the same sweatshirt I've worn for the last 3 or 4 recordings that will later be posted.
That's true. You did have a bunch of video content and you're wearing the same sweatshirt.
What can I say? I am painting my nails recently, so now I have a kind of like metallic-y, like greeny purple color, which I said when I got it, I texted Julia a photo and said, this reminds me of you. And she goes, I did exclusively wear this exact shade of nail polish for the last year. And I was like, oh, great. Okay. Yep. That makes sense.
Why did your mom, why did Julia sound like your mom, like being like, I remembered your birthday this year. And you're like, thank you, my child of my spawn. Thank you for remembering that after I birthed you and carried you for 9 months.
It was just more like, oh yeah, that's why it reminded me of you, because I've seen it literally on you for the last year.
There you go.
Real quick before we dive in, Amanda, can you do like a DJ in 1999 and turn that shit up?
Oh, of my microphone?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
There we go. Just like the 90s, we are going to spend the next 45 minutes doing Mad Libs. Were Mad Libs prominent in the 90s?
I think so. That's fair.
Probably. No,
Our childhood was prominent in the 90s, so that counts.
There you go.
Yeah.
And we were all Mad Libs, like they say in England.
Wow. That's good, Brandon.
Amanda, I think you turned up my volume instead.
Oh, I did.
You did. And I'm like, oh, I'm so loud.
That's why.
Which one am I?
Looking at you, you are in this situation too.
Because I'm 2, because 1's regular. Yeah.
Oh,
if you can tell, I'm holding my microphone like I'm a college football podcaster.
Thank you.
You are also both perfectly matched now. Oh.
Yeah, there it is. Oh. And I'm wearing my hat like a college football podcaster.
It truly looks like a sticker. It's amazing.
It really does. I wish that AI would match this.
I know.
Like, what is Zuckerberg doing trying to give us pants in the metaverse? Why is he trying to just put hats on us when we're making videos?
Eric, I couldn't say. What I can say is I need a person's name.
Oh, right, because we're doing Mad Libs, right?
Yep.
William.
Eric, another person's name, please.
Billiam.
Excellent. Brandon, I am going to need a movie.
Oh, that one is going to be Full Metal Jacket. Is that what the movie's called?
That's a good one.
My dad taught all 4 of his kids the monologue about guns.
Yeah.
When we were too young. Eric, an adjective, please.
Should we describe what Full Metal Jacket is really quickly?
Sure.
Like, would that be relevant?
Yeah.
Please do, because I've never seen it and I have no idea what it's about.
It's a movie about Marines? Question mark?
Yeah, it's one of those war is bad movies, and this one was about like from the like recruits. It was a lot about like, it's not like it's definitely not a silly movie, but it's like all these guys together, we're doing boot camp, we're gonna do it, like it's brutal, but it's also like a guy movie in the first half, and then the second half they go to war and everyone dies.
Yeah,
just like Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, almost like
the first half is so silly of saving that.
Yeah, everyone knows that the storming of Omaha Beach was so silly.
So silly.
It was so silly when the machine gun shot down all of our boys overseas.
Oh, tough. Eric, what's an adjective?
Rambunctious.
Oh, I love that.
Now, I've never used or seen the word rambunctious before. Can you describe the word for me?
Yeah, the word rambunctious comes, of course, from the Old English sheep fucking in the spring. Brandon, time for a verb, please.
Oh, the verb is going to be clapping. Is that the right tense or style of verb you were looking for?
It doesn't specify, but when reading it, I will go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Game time decision.
Okay.
Eric, a noun.
A noun?
Yep.
Pencil.
Wow. Brandon, a candy.
Oh, that's going to be a bit of honey.
Before you say one of your fucked up, yep.
Leaving honey in the snow overnight, Alex?
What were you going to say, Amanda?
Before you say one of your fucked up old man candies, remember that this is content. No, it's great. It's perfect. Brandon, never change. Erica, food.
I'm going to say leaving honey out in the snow overnight. No, I'm not going to say that.
Is that a thing that people did, Eric? Because that sounds
that sounds like something you would say to us.
It 100% does.
When Beyonce dropped her music over the Super Bowl, she dropped 2 new, she announced her album and she dropped 2 new songs.
Yeah.
They're good. And their country reflected. They're very interesting. It just reminded me how like Brandon, we were talking before, how Brandon would like shadow drop his marriage. And I keep waiting for you to tell me that you're married. I was actively waiting for that.
I forgot what we were watching. I think we were watching The Americans last night because we had never seen it. And so we're watching our way through it. And I asked Lauren, do you not want to get married, but also get super married? And she said, what? So I had to then decide what super married was, and I've decided that super married is when you're glued together permanently.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was interested in what was or was not the ability to be married and super married, because I was like, all right, I'll get you. There is a super married for sure. But how can you do that without being married? That's interesting. Like, how do you skip a level of, like, you know, in Civilization when like you learn animal husbandry and then next you're going to be able to teach like a goat to walk around in a circle and like move your grain wheel around, but then you get to guns but you need the goat walking around in a grain wheel first,
right?
So how would you get
Full
super
Metal
married?
Jacket?
Yeah. Well, right, you make Full Metal Jackets once you get ironsmithing,
right? And that's right before the sheep fucking in spring level. What's the next one, Amanda?
A food.
Oh, was it still me?
Yep.
Oh, beef jerky.
Beef jerky.
Beef jerky.
Brandon,
I look so crazy with this hat on.
I know. Can I tap out of this hat?
The problem is, I didn't say before, but it's because I'm wearing headphones. So like it was perched upon my head, like it was clipping into me.
Before you fully take it off, though, could you give me a little bit of Michigan J Frog?
Okay,
just a little bit.
This TV channel's not going to exist in a little bit. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Where is the CW now?
The best thing about working with Eric and Brandon is I have never seen any Muppets content, and they talk about it.
Michigan J Frog is not a Muppet. He was the frog from WB.
And he was originally in the Animaniacs, I think he came from.
Well, yeah, and that was all. Oh, maybe. Well, I mean, it's all in between because all of those were Warner Brother things.
Yeah, it's
I don't know.
Warner Brothers. He showed up in a cartoon first, and then he became the mascot. After
Yes.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
It is certainly a quirk of history. I need 3 verbs.
3 verbs or verbs?
3 verbs?
Verbs.
Verbs. Sledding?
Mockingjay.
That's not. I will say mocking. Okay, Brandon, go ahead.
Sledding?
Sledding?
Yeah,
Yes.
like it's snowing, you
Great.
go sledding. After you get your honey out from the cold,
Yes.
you go and sled.
And linger.
Okay, great. And now I'll just need 2 adjectives each to close us out.
Okay. Shiny.
Great.
Bloated?
Okay.
Effervescent.
Are you just making me spell?
Yes.
And Brandon, last one. Describe your favorite guitar.
Oh, that's going to be round.
There she is. There she is.
Brandon, I don't think you can get super buried if that's how you describe stuff.
Okay. So this is what's about to happen next. I'm going to read the Mad Lib.
Okay.
Now, I did filter on a sort of like off-brand website that tries very hard not to use the word Mad Lib for scenarios that are tagged adventure. I have 2 of them prepared for you today, and then we can swing to some new categories.
What's the website called?
Word Libs.
Oh, you mean English majors? Got 'em.
Got him!
Got 'em.
And the top result in the category of adventure was, of course, the adventure of going to the movies. So this is what I'm going to be reading you today.
The adventure of going to the movies? What is this? 2022? Nice.
Exactly right.
Wait, okay.
You really had to think about the right year there, didn't you?
Yeah, I
Too
probably
many
was like
options.
2012. No, that was fine.
Well,
no, that
we
was okay.
did get vaccinated and go to the movies in 2022.
Well, that's what that was the joke.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I was going to say 2012, and I'm like, seeing The Dark Knight, I mean, it was an adventure, but going there was fine.
Yeah.
I have a distinct memory, I'm realizing, of hearing about the Joker coming out in Long Island at Julia's parents' house, like on the beach. And I'm like, what a beachy place for me to think about the Joker or Church's Joker. I just was struck by that since memory.
Did you see their viral marketing campaign where they got people to dress up as the Joker and walk along the beach?
No, I wish. This was instead Jake looking at like a Long Island newspaper and seeing the movie times and also fears that guys would freak out during it. And I was like, that what a beachy place to have a social worry at. So I haven't done this before. I think you two have done this before.
Yes.
I haven't done this before. Have I? I don't think I've done this before.
We did this a little bit in Side Quest. So this is
sure.
TTRPG Mad Libs party planning premiere.
Got it. Okay.
So this is what's going to happen. I am going to read the Mad Lib that we have come up with together. And then after the Mad Lib is done, we are going to collectively, let's pretend we don't have an Eric around, be like, okay, this is the plot I found. How do I make a one-shot or a setting out of this? We can decide at the end if we want to describe the setting and the traps we would include, or like the plot of the one-shot and where we would zoom in, like trying to find material for like a prequel to a much-loved action movie. Like what bit are we going to zoom into and make that the adventure?
Oh, got it. Okay.
Doing great. So, going to the movies. Everyone's number one adventure. I went to the movies yesterday with William and Billiam. We saw Full Metal Jacket.
That was great. My favorite part was the accent work. If you like that, you got to hear the rest of party planning by joining the Patreon at patreon.com/jointhepartypod.